Well, every single EU Western Balkan summit is an opportunity to meet, an opportunity to express our strong desire as well as commitment to the EU values and to membership into the European Union. But at the same time is an opportunity to be sincere with all those that we meet. And if I am to be sincere, I have to say that we're absolutely disappointed with the treatment that Kosovo is having by some EU member states. If we're asked why, obviously the main reason is because there is no progress in lifting the measures against Kosovo. They are still in place. And as we have seen the conclusions that are expected to be adopted, it doesn't look like they are going to be removed this December. I believe that these measures are unjust and they are also un-European. There is nothing European, there is nothing values-based about punishing an entire people, even on projects on drinking water. Therefore, I'm here to thank those 2/3 of member states that have been strongly supporting the lifting of measures against Kosovo, and at the same time talk to the ones that have not and ask them, what's so European about punishing about 1.7 million Europeans who live in Kosovo, the most pro-European country on earth, with 97% of the people of Kosovo truly believing in our European path, a country that is at a 100% alignment with every common foreign security policy decision of the European Union, a country that was the first in the region to adopt sanctions against Russia, and still our people remain punished despite of the fact that we have fulfilled all of the conditions that were required of the European Union, while at the other hand, it's been more than 2 years that we have applied for European Union membership, yet our application is in the drawers somewhere. It's not even being reviewed, and the Council has not mandated the Commission yet. If you look at the reforms that Kosovo has undertaken, in terms of reforms, in terms of values, we are #1 in our region, probably even further ahead than some EU member states. Nevertheless, we do not see the political will that is necessary out there to support us in our European path. So when some talk about a new momentum in EU enlargement for the Western Balkans, that should mean the entire Western Balkans, and that means 6 countries. Not one, not two, not 3, it's 6 Western Balkans. Therefore, the policy of further having these countries closer to the European Union should include us all, and it should include us based on a merit-based process.
But we just heard from the leadership of Montenegro saying that a Big Bang entry to the enlargement may not be the best way forward. It could be simple cases on different dates. So what is the counter-argument that you bring to that?
There's no counter-argument. We're also arguing on a merit-based process, so each country should be seen for what it does. And I'm arguing to look at Kosovo for what we do, not just for what we talk, but also how we walk the talk. And we have been walking the talk. We are at a 100% alignment with the European Union. We have been delivering reforms. We have submitted our reform agenda, and therefore we are included in the growth plan. I think the only thing that lacks here is the political will of some member states, which is the reason why on Kosovo they're not moving forward. We, of course, congratulate both Montenegro and Albania for the significant steps forward. We're absolutely thrilled about this progress because it is merit-based. However, if you look at the positive language that was used for Serbia on inviting them to submit their negotiation position on Cluster 3, the message that we get in our region, in fact, especially the people of Kosovo, is that the more you align with Russia, the more you align with Iran, the more you align with China, the more progress you make, the more clusters you open, the more chapters you close. Whereas if you are at a 100% alignment with the EU, as Kosovo is, there's no progress for you. That is the message that the people of Kosovo get. And this has nothing to do with a merit-based process.
What are the institutions telling you? Because your message is very strong. You're saying Serbia's getting rewarded or not. So what are they telling you?
We don't really get a clear answer on this constant question that we ask. And the fact is, we don't want to, of course, discuss about internal developments within Serbia because that's their own business. But of course, we do speak about the constant acts of aggression that Serbia has been committing against the Republic of Kosovo, which is entirely against principles of international law. It destabilizes neighbors, therefore it's also against the principle of good neighborly relations, which is required by the European Union. Just last month, we had an attack in our critical infrastructure by Serbian gangs that was aiming at leaving 70% of the people of Kosovo without water, without energy, without heating in the middle of the winter. Of course, it resembles Russian attacks in Ukraine in the middle of the winter. So while that is happening, and while Serbia, as per the Council conclusions, has also not shown accountability for last year's acts of aggression against Kosovo and against NATO, they are rewarded because they are making significant steps forward. Therefore, I think the policy that is based on merits should apply to everyone in the region. And of course, whoever makes steps forward based on the merit-based process should move ahead and not take into account what we're doing on rule of law, on democracy, on economy, and all of the other reforms that are being taken, of course, taken in Kosovo. Whereas in countries like Serbia, what they do is attack their neighbors, and then they come to Brussels and talk about European integration. So sitting in two chairs at once, while also they are aiding and abetting Russia in the war against Ukraine, is not going to contribute to peace and stability in our region or beyond, because we cannot talk about peace and security in Europe without a peaceful and stable Western Balkans. And a country that constantly risks the stability in the Western Balkans is also risking the stability and peace in the European continent as a whole. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.